Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic and our Season of Mastery playthrough. We are still hanging out in Desolace today. We have a few more things that I want to do here before we leave. We're going to continue with Valerial's Search. So we're going back into the Thunder Axe Fortress. We're looking for two siblings, but we kind of have some clues at this point that while one of them probably desperately wants to be free of their captors, the other one might not. So there might be something interesting going on there. And then we're going to go down to the south and do some work for the Reclaimers organization. They need 10 Thalhound Brains, 10 Nether Wings, 10 vials of Demon Water Blood. And we'll bring that back to a dwarf in Nigel's Point. So yeah, actually, if it's the area that I think it is, it's a really interesting area visually. And I don't know if I've ever been able to do a quest down there. I've often run past it while doing the Centaur quest on other characters. But I don't think I've ever done a quest in that area with the demons, so it should be interesting, not knowing what any of them can do. And I really like at the end of the description text, he says, "Sheesh, if you want to pass on this one, I'd understand." It's like, yeah, not many people are willing to go fight demons for a few reagents. Alright, so I don't know if we have a specific idea. Start your search at the fortress. It doesn't really say, but I'm assuming we are going to have to make our way all the way inside, probably to one of the interior buildings. We'll look for the largest building inside the walls, and we'll start with that. Did not empty my inventory out. Going to have big regrets before we're done with this. I've been getting more slack as the season has gone on. We're past episode 50 now, so my attention to all the details is waning. It's waning a little bit. We picked up something, but because my inventory is a mess, I can't find it. Here it is. Blacksmithing Pattern. Okay. Still have a bunch of stuff I need to put on the auction house, but I haven't been to an auction house. I could have flown up to Darnassus. I was kind of just waiting till I got back to the Eastern Kingdoms to go to the auction house. I often forget I can just... If I'm over here in Kalimdor, I can go to Darnassus and use the auction house there, although I'm not sure I even know where the Night Elf auction house is at, because I'm positive that I've never used it. Maybe I've been there once, but yeah, thinking about it, I have no idea where in Darnassus the auction house would be. Okay, there we go. So I'm thinking it's going to be either the building right in front of us or the one over there to the left. These guys are fairly easy to cut through, so we can afford to check both if we have to. Oh, this doesn't... Oh, it does go somewhere. Okay. It's an interesting building. Oh, they died at the same time. That's fun. Well, let's get a bandage going here if we have the time to do so. Oh. Yeah, it looks like whoever we are gonna rescue from this place is gonna be back here. We can see him on the mini-map now, so... It was the first largest building we came to. Alright, we're gonna clear the room out. We're gonna clear the room out from this side and just work our way around counterclockwise. Oh, we've got a couple of friends, and they're casters, which is not the best. Let's get sweeping strikes going quickly here. And hopefully lay down some enormous damage, because... Okay, good, that works. Because, yeah, we can't take too many back-to-back fireballs. And we're gonna eat for a second. And I'm gonna drink coffee. That is my dog literally reacting to me setting down my cup of coffee. If you can hear that dog. He literally heard me set down my coffee, which you guys might not have even heard. And he barked at it. If you need to be on comms all day long, blue healers are great dogs, but probably not a dog you want to have if you need to leave your mic hot for any amount of time. Because they like to bark at anything and everything. We're gonna try this. Okay, looks good. Get a hamstring going just in case she bolts. No, not even a chance to run. Feel kind of bad. When I fight humanoids that are such a lower level, sometimes I feel kind of bad. But I mean, these are Burning Blade cultists, so they probably sold their souls to whatever demon promised them the small amount of power they do have. So I guess we shouldn't feel too bad about it. If there's anyone that it's probably okay to go after, in a world like this at least, it's probably cultist. Come on, 30 rage. There we go. Yeah, we need 30 rage to initiate sweeping strikes, so if we don't start on a charge, it makes it take a while before we can get that up. Okay, I'm kind of assuming this is going to be an escort quest, unfortunately. Thank you, Loon. Someone has finally come to help. Please, warrior, I need your help. Well, you kind of said that just before. My brother Tyrannus and I were captured and brought here by the Burning Blade. I think they mean to sacrifice me to their demon masters. I knew coming to Desolace was a mistake, but Tyrannus has recently begun craving knowledge of all things arcane, even against the wishes of our people. He decided to make this trek even after hearing tales of this land's demon infestation. No, he made the trip because of the demon infestation. Yeah, because night elves at this point in time are not allowed to dabble with arcane energies. It's a big no-no. We were brought here after the orcs slaughtered all our guards and servants. Oh, the terrible things they did to them. I thought surely they would kill us right there and then, but it became obvious they had other plans. Tyrannus attempted to speak to them. I think he wanted to impress them with his knowledge of the arcane. I'm not sure why. Please, I can't leave here until I know what's happened to my brother. Find him, and then come back for me when his fate is known. You mean after we kill him?
Good luck.
Yeah, we'll bring you his head, because that's the kind of sociopath we are in this game sometimes. It's not gonna have a happy ending, I tell you that. And so, I guess he's gonna be in the other building? Would be my assumption. He's probably not gonna be hanging out in a watchtower, and we already did a watchtower quest, so we can kind of rule that out. Alright, we've got plenty of rage. Let's get in here. Sweeping strikes. So far, none of these guys has tried to run, so I'm gonna stop throwing up hamstring. Seems like it's gonna be fine. Let's see. You know, I don't see this guy in here. Nor anybody who really looks like a night elf. I'm gonna make my way into here anyway in case there is something clickable that I'm not seeing, so let's go ahead and just clear our way in. It's probably a good way to clear the room if we're not careful. Oh! You were hiding behind the wall. Very, very clever. Very clever, Tyrannus. You had a bright future in the Burning Blade, but we are here to snuff that flame out. Little moonfire. Your druidic ways showing through. And there we go. Didn't try to talk to him, didn't try to reason with him. There were no dialogue options we could go through to tell him about his sister and how much she missed him. We just ran into him, he was aggressive, he fired some shit at us in the back, and we killed him. Because that's how you resolve things in the World of Warcraft, friends. But in seriousness, having stuff like dialogue options and whatnot would be like... that'd be a remarkable addition to the modern day game. Even if we're gonna have to kill him regardless, like obviously we're probably gonna have to kill the guy. Let me talk to him first. Let me feel something about his character. But oh yeah, wait, it's hard to do that when you don't have actual writers. That's right, it's almost like you would need a team of writers to write actual dialogue. Who wants to pay writers? And of course, now we have to clear our way back in. We're doing good with the simultaneous murder of these two. We're doing good, if you want to call it that. This seems like it would have been good dialogue to have before we went to kill him. I fear Tyrannus will attempt to learn the Burning Blade's secret and count himself among their kind if they allow it. Hi there. He has always adored the power magic brings to those who are seduced by it. I'm not sure I could endure returning home to my family with news of Tyrannus' spirit flirting with such dangers. It's terrible enough crime among my kind, to pursue such things, but to become that which we attempt to protect ourselves from, well, that's apprehensible. Such a weirdly written bit of dialogue. And yeah, like this is something that we would want to have before we turn the quest. It's almost like if you want to get the full story from NPCs, you have to take the quest and then click on them again before you're ready to turn it in and read what else they say. Because they always have a follow-up that, like, you're going to get the follow-up when you go to turn the quest in, but by then, it's irrelevant, and it feels weird to even read it. And this is something that I'm just realizing after reading hundreds of hours of subpar WoW text boxes, is that you really have to, like, take the quest, click on him again, read the extra little bit if you want to go and like actually have the real full character shown to you. As much of the character as there is going to be in this additional text. And then yeah, now we tell her, well, he's dead. This is terrible, but I suppose it was necessary, but it wasn't by your hand. If it wasn't by your hand, it would have surely been by that of my people's. I suppose I should thank you. Please forgive me if it doesn't seem sincere, I mean no offense. With the knowledge of my brother's fate in hand, it seems the time for my escape has come. If you are still willing, I will accept your aid in escaping this horrible place. So after all that, we're going to do the escort quest anyway. So then the time is now. I appreciate your efforts, and if the situation does not lend itself, then allow me to thank you now for everything you've done for me and my family. If you're ready, then there is nothing else for me here. We can leave when you feel the time is right. Yeah, it's like I say that they need to write some dialogue, but like these writers who write this stuff, those people should not write more dialogue. It should be somebody else.
Farewell.
And I know it's like different people now, right? Obviously, but they're still at a point where they're having game designers write dialogue, when in reality you need actual writers who specialize in writing stories and characters to write your dialogue. If you want your writing to be any good. I mean, you can have 2,000 pages of writing in a game and just have it all be bad. That's something you can do. And it's not even bad because, like, the people who are writing it are bad. It's like, that's not their main job. You know, you're having, like, a quest designer write all of your text. When what you really need is some actual writing staff. And back in Classic, it probably didn't matter as much, but with the way that they're trying to tell the story in retail WoW, they definitely need writers. Hey, at least the guys out front are still dead. That's a bonus. Now the question is, as it always is, how far is she going to want us to escort her exactly?
How may I help?
Kinda hoping just to the end of this little path here, but let's see, what are we pointed towards? We aren't really pointed towards anything. I'm assuming maybe she's gonna want to head back to Nigel's Point. I will hurry back. Okay, good. Perfect. She's gonna run right through the fields of deadly creatures to get back. And that leaves us in a position where we can head south now. Maybe we should just head over to the road. Might be a good idea. I'm going to get us down into the area where the demons are at and cut out some of the travel here, since we have now seen this area a couple times. I'll see you guys down there. Alright, well, I had to go back to town. I actually ran all the way down here, realized we had full bags, and I hearthed back to town. We have some bag space now, but I have so much that I want to hold on to. Herbs, mats, potions, stuff to sell, shirts of all colors, because we always need shirts. I have so much stuff that we don't have a lot of space still. But we're going to try to make this work. Let's see, what are you? A nether maiden, and we need nether wings. Okay, you're going to come with a buddy, potentially. Yep. sweeping strikes right off the get-go. And there's level 39. And yeah, so the succubus drop the nether wings. I saw fellhounds, and this is a doom mortar. Okay, so yeah, right in this area we should find everything we need. It's just gonna hinge on what will the drop rate be like. And the good thing about demons, at least these guys, is that they're not going to run... Ooh, and they're dropping Mage Weave. Okay, good. We are going to hit up Theramore before I go back to the Eastern Kingdoms, so that we can learn the next ranks of First Aid. 250. Yeah, we don't... we're not quite even able to get to 250. I need to look that up. I need to find the Herbalist trainers from 225 and the Alchemist trainer from 225. Pretty soon. Especially in the case of herbalism, we're going to max that out soonish, by the looks of it. Delicious cave mold. Yeah, who doesn't want some delicious cave mold? Actually, it looks pretty good. Level 25 food. Maybe we need to head further into the ruins here. Ooh, that looks just delicious. It looks like the purple Brachiosaurus Kool-Aid from back when we were kids. That's what this looks like. I just want to get a twisty straw and drink it. Although, I have a feeling that in this case, that would end rather badly. So far, there's a lot of succubus and not a lot of anything else. Ooh, look, they've got some dark arts alchemy going on here. It looks kind of like we stepped into a Hogwarts classroom. We are going to need to pop a potion here. Thankfully, we still have a bunch. The nether wings seem like they're definitely 100%. Everything else, apparently not so much. I would love to find some more of the other mob types. Just not sure where we're going to be looking for those. We have these summoners over here that we don't necessarily need to fight. We don't need the infernals either, from what I can tell. But the predominance of enemies seem to be infernals and succubus. Here we go. Here's a doom warder. A couple of them over here. I am a guy. I don't know if I'm the guy. All right. I'm definitely not the guy, though. Let's be clear about that. I am just one small person of many people who enjoy making content for this game on the internet. Let's see. I guess that's kind of what I've enjoyed so far. One of the things I've enjoyed about the Season of Mastery is that since there are only a handful of servers, I get to meet a lot more of you guys. And that's always strange and interesting to me. We're gonna be done with wings soon, and we're not doing good on any of the other items. We really need to find an area with a lot of the fellhounds. See a body over here. And we really need these guys to kind of pick up the drop rate a little bit and, yeah, start dropping some items for us here. Like that works, that's 2. Let's get a bandage in here. Looks like the things over here are starting to respawn, so hopefully all the Doom Wardens will be back up in a second. Apparently there is a new cinematic out today from the data mined, I think, from the 9.2 patch. I haven't watched it yet, but it has something to do with Sylvanas. There's not a lot of things they can do with Sylvanas, I don't think at this point, that would make me happy with her character arc. It's kind of been ruined for me for a while. Ever since she, you know, it turns out that she's been working for the jailer the whole time. That basically ruined her story arc for me. The way that was just kind of added retroactively into everything she's ever done. Ever since she dove off of Ice Crown. Didn't like that very much. So, don't really know what they could do to make it better, but we'll have to see. And that's the thing about WoW that is kind of unfortunate, is like, the game would probably be healthier if the story was revealed when people were playing the full release of the game. Like, all the story stuff should just be encrypted, and we shouldn't be able to data mine it months and months and months before the patch comes out. This gives the internet a lot of time to tailor sentiment. And the thing about the internet is it likes to tailor sentiment negatively. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Our fear got resisted or something. Yeah, the internet likes to take sentiment and just twist it into something negative. So no matter what they do, if people find out about it before the actual release of the patch, that's not going to benefit them. It's probably going to result in less people being interested to come back and see the game for themselves. Whereas if you withhold all the story stuff, I think you're going to get more people to come back and check it out. And then when a person plays through a game and they experience a cinematic themselves in isolation, and they're immersed, and they experience a story themselves and they're immersed, they get to form a different opinion of it than absorbing it through other people on the internet who have data mined it. Like, when you're experiencing these things on a YouTube channel or anywhere else on the internet, you're seeing it through the filter of which it was viewed by that other person. And that's going to color how you see it, whether you want it to do that or not. So I think obviously, like, overall sentiment towards retail is negative, so when people get a hold of this cinematic that's been data mined and they watch it on the internet, their sentiment is going to be negative. That negativity is going to wash off on people watching that content, so instead of a person who's interested in WoW getting to experience whatever that cutscene is when the game launches, they're going to experience it months beforehand through someone else's negative framing. And the cutscene might suck, the story's probably bad, okay? But I feel like you can still enjoy some of these things in a moment when you're experiencing it yourself in isolation, as opposed to experiencing it on the internet. That's just my opinion. It's part of the reason why I don't do a lot of thoughts videos or reaction videos, because I would much rather that if someone's interested in the game, they try to see it for themselves, instead of experiencing it through whatever my perception of it is. If that makes sense. Especially on something that's been data mined. Like, it's different if we're doing a let's play and we're playing through the campaign and I get to the cutscene. Yeah, then I'm gonna talk about it. And if you're watching, you're kind of there for the ride. But that's at least happening once the game has come out and everybody's had their opportunity to play through it and see the content alongside us. Whereas when it's data mined and we see it literally, it could be 3 or 4 months before 9.2 even comes out. And a big video that gets a lot of negative attention on the internet could kind of break the patch for some people. We are getting into a lot of trouble over here, aren't we? A lot of trouble, and it's caster trouble. It's trouble that we literally as a warrior can't handle. This is some of the first stuff we've come up against that's just given us a real problem. Alright, we actually got a res from Icy Mist here who used a defibrillator on us. So, yeah, very, very kind of them to do that. Saved us a little bit of a run back. On the downside, they did then proceed to kill every single fell guard up on the platform. So, we're kind of back to the drawing board with that. We need to find somewhere we can get some more fellhounds. I killed one and I got a brain, so I'm kind of hoping that, like the netherwings, the fellhound brains are maybe going to be 100% or close enough to it. We're about to find out. And I'm realizing that some of these guys are level 40, I mean, which is okay because, frighteningly, we're almost level 40, and I am not ready to be level 40. At level 40, we should get our mount. At level 40, we should be getting some plate armor that we're not going to be able to grab. It's nice to have a lot of gold at level 40, especially as a warrior, because then you can go in the auction house and grab a bunch of plate armor and have a huge armor boost, like, right off the bat, but that's not going to happen for us. We're going to be in chainmail for probably quite some time. It's hard to say, because, like, I'm really, really happy that we took alchemy. I don't know how we could have had the times that we've had without having alchemy and access to potions. That being said, being able to make our own gear probably would have been pretty good as well, but I think the potions have helped a little bit more in the day-to-day combats. I'm trying to track this Doom Warder. I was hoping he would turn around at some point, but he is leading us all the way over here. Yeah, we can't move very much. We gotta kind of hang out here. We're a little bit surrounded. Luckily they don't run, so we should be good. Yeah, this is just not going really well for us. I guess maybe I'm not being as attentive as I should be. I do have a lot of things on my mind. Oh, you're an elite. So, yeah, we're gonna be dead here shortly. See if we can just maybe outrun him. It looks doubtful at this point. Just chase us right out of the whole area. Makes sense. Still following us, doesn't want to give up. He probably senses that we're close to death. Yeah, we're dead. Is there any way that he leaves us alone after we fear him? Probably not. All he needs is one more solid swing on us. He looks intent on getting it. You'd think he'd have to leash, but... There we go. Okay, well, you know, great. We've been chased out of the area. I guess we're gonna go back to the drawing board. We still need a lot of stuff, unfortunately. It gets kind of rough when you need to get 30 items. I mean, I know that the intention is it's supposed to take a long time. You're getting the kill experience. There's not really a lot else for you to do. But yeah, collection quest where you need 30 items. That's a little bit cringeworthy. Especially when they're not 100%, so you know you're for sure going to kill at least 30 guys, but the total number of guys you have to defeat is probably going to be more like 60. That's a lot of fighting for a single quest. That's probably barely going to move our experience bar. But yeah, let's get back into it, shall we? The elite is just kind of hanging out right on this hill. I don't even know... Do I even dare to charge this guy? I could dare if I were in the right stance. Now let's back him up away from all this and this. We aggroed him again. Oh no, we didn't. We didn't, right? Okay, good. He's just running some crazy, scary path. I don't want anything to do with that guy. A few of these guys have some really big pathing that they're doing that could easily screw us up. Like, yeah, this guy runs over here. Okay, that's not great. I really need this Fellhound. I hope maybe he'll circle all the way around. Maybe he won't do an about face here. If he does an about face and starts legging it at us, we will just try to cut out this way. Facing the right way helps. At least the brains are 100%. We have to look on the bright side. The brains have proven to be 100% so far, so that's just... it's great. It's been good. Okay, he's coming back. Can we get around him and behind him and just generally out of his way? And leave ourselves in a position to still get some of the guys down here that we need. Juktar Grimrod. Okay, don't know who you are. If you're ever looking for Junkar Grimrod, he's right here. If I pull this, is it going to pull Junkar? No, he does. Oh, yeah, it's going to pull him. Spoiler alert, it pulls him. I don't think I want to fight Junkar. I don't think I do. Am I gonna have to fight Junkar? Maybe. We're just gonna have to run again. I mean, I don't really know what else to do at this point. We can try to keep this guy on us. And we could try not to run into the elite over here and just keep pulling him out. Maybe if we pull him out, we can keep threat. And I don't think we've lost Junkar yet. No, he's still kind of hanging out up there, isn't he? Alright, let's keep going. A couple more miles and we should probably be good. Well. Well, there we go. Oh, great. What happened? Oh, Junkar never dropped. Okay, he never dropped. Never dropped. We dragged him all the way over here, ran all this way. He's still on us, so that's good. We have our druid buddy here to thank for that. Otherwise, we probably would have died. Which we have been doing a lot today. Kind of confirming for me that I am, in fact, pretty much ready to get out of the Desolace and move somewhere else for a little while. There are a lot of cool quests here, but the theme of the quest in this zone have been that they've been grindy. We had the one where we had to grind out to get the key, we had the one where we had to grind on them to get the satchel, we had to kill 30 Ravagers down in the south, we had to grind the Centaur rep. This is basically the zone of grinding. It's not a bad place to be at our level with how much gold we need, but yeah, it gets a little bit tedious after a bit. At least the areas we've been in have been cool looking and different. If not for that, then I probably would not have been able to stay here as long as we have. And we got quite a bit done during a level range where I wasn't sure exactly what zones we were going to be in. Besides just having to stay in Stranglethorn. Oh, he dodged the execute. Good game. If I squeak down here between these two platforms, we should be able to intercept this mage hunter without aggroing anything else. That imp seemed pretty interested in heading in our direction, like all on his own. This seems like a safe place to fight, then maybe we can grab this Doom Warden after this. We're gonna try to get a quick bandage in here, so we can be at full health for this. Yep, it's the Doom Warden drop rate that's really gonna kill this quest for us. It's not even nearly 100%. It's like maybe 50 or 40%. Could be as low as 30%. Kinda hard to say. We can go back up here and fight some more Doom Guards, but we have to watch out for the Sorceresses, which we can't take on with a Doom Guard. We're gonna try to pull her back. We're gonna have to fight her, but I don't want to fight her up where we're gonna pull that guy. Come down off the platform, please. There we go. Now you're probably gonna get at least 1.5 frost bolts off at us. Maybe 2. If I come over here, I could probably pull this one out through the 2 pillars and take him down over here. That could be a good idea. If I wanted to be really smart, I probably could have healed up a little bit too, but we did not do that. Alright, 5 out of 10. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's go over here and we'll grab this lay hunter. We could also come in here and we could spend our talent point if we really... Okay, yeah, that's right. We wanted to grab anger management. Increase the time required for our rage to decay while out of combat by 30%. That's going to be useful, I think, in everyday life and especially in dungeon runs, so... And then next level we get Mortal Strike. Clearly have quite a bit more grinding we're going to have to do probably for the Doom Wardens before we are done with that. After this, I have a lot of stuff to turn in that's kind of all over the place. We have to go to South Shore for a fetch quest, Iron Forge we have to visit. And yeah, I think after this one though, we're probably going to be done here in the Desolace. I don't think I'm going to bother with the Centaur stuff right now. It isn't stuff that interests me, and we have quite a bit to do elsewhere in the world, so we'll be taking a look at some other areas. We do have some elite quests to wrap up. We still have the Stromgard quest to do. We have a couple of quests now up in the Alterac Mountains that seem pretty interesting that I did want to get done if I can find a group for that. So I'll be checking out doing this stuff. I'm going to finish this grindy quest up and get us back to town. I didn't even realize these demon things were in Desolace. Last I read, Centaur pretty much owned the land after the Night Elves picked up and left years ago. I wonder why they took up here, and how. Honestly, I wouldn't have thought it. You're amazing. Taking on demons for a mage's experiments and coming back in one piece to boot. Great job. I'm personally going to tell Warden about you when I get back to Ironforge. And then he does have a follow-up. To get paid, you're going to have to get back to Ironforge and speak with Addon himself. He'll love getting Leftwitch's package out of the way anyway. Just give him this, and it should be enough to get your booty. Okay. And don't worry, I'm still going to put in a good word for you when I get back. I shouldn't be in Desolace much longer. Oh. Kreldig, my man. I got bad news. You are going to be in Desolace until the Cataclysm, my friend. And I'm not so sure I wouldn't put it past him to have still left you here after that. But yeah, if you can get out, you probably should. This is where phasing is good, right? He could leave here for us since we wouldn't need him anymore. He could phase out and actually head back to Ironforge.
Be good.
Alright, that's good. I am going to be heading back to Ironforge to turn a couple of other things in. So I will take care of that. I have some running around to do. We have to go to South Shore to follow up on the Scarlet Monastery quest. I'm probably going to have to find time to do Library and Armory yet again. And I'm making plans for a Cathedral run sometime this evening. So yeah, a lot going on. Let me know what you guys think. the Season of Mastery so far. I'd love to hear from you either here on the channel or in our Discord, the link to which you can find in the description to this video. And thank you so much for your support. Take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other, and we will see you somewhere back in Azeroth really soon. Bye now.